Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pro Airsoft 12 here, and I'm going to show you guys just how to fix leaky magazines. Now, this is the WE M9 GBB magazine. It's a gas version, and there are a few things that can actually leak on this mag. So the first thing is the actual fill valve, the thing that you stick the gas canister into. The second is this little rubber nozzle. No, not the rubber nozzle. The actual press valve thing you'll see once I take the magazine apart. And the third thing is like kind of the seam between the gas fill and the actual part of the magazine, the one piece of metal of the magazine. So to identify which one it is, you can hear if there's a bit of a hissing, but sometimes if it's coming out of here, you're not sure whether it's coming out of here or here. So what I always do is stick a bit of Ferry Up liquid or something onto the fill valve, and if it starts bubbling, then you know it's coming from there. If it's not coming from there, you can probably guess that it's coming from here, and if you hear it up here, it's probably going to be this valve here. So to take the magazine apart, you're going to need a flat-headed screwdriver, something with a kind of a sharp, long, thin kind of stick type thing. This is a file, and this is the end which used to have a handle and a wooden handle which fell off. A centre punch would be good, but that's the only thing I've got, and then probably some pliers as well, just to help you get the pins out. So first you want to start by removing these two pins here. You're probably best to make sure that there's no gas in the actual magazine. To remove the pins, you just want to push the little whatever you've got, centre punch, or in my case the end of the file, and on the pins, the pins will come out slightly. If you can't pull them out by hand, mine are pretty loose, so they come out by hand. If you can't, then use the pliers. Now you want to keep these safe, don't lose them, or else your mag probably won't work again. Now I'm going to just wiggle this bit off the end here and it'll come out. Now once you've taken this off, you're going to see the bottom of the mag where you fill it, and then the magazine with the spring and everything. So I always take the spring and this little plastic bit out. Don't know why, just so I know where they are. I'm going to put those on there, and then you've got the actual part of the magazine. I don't know if my phone is going to focus into there. No. Okay, so once you've got this out, this is the bit that we're kind of interested in. So you always want to make sure that this little O-ring on here is lubed up. So if it's feeling quite dry, then put some lube on it. I'm going to do that now. Just get it. Okay, so this is my silicone gun grease. Just literally going to, it's kind of like Vaseline, I guess. Just going to rub a bit of this around the O-ring to keep it nice and greased. That will help with keeping the seal nice and tight. Okay, so once you've greased that up, you want to take out this little fill valve here. So just use the screwdriver and just take it out. Oh my god, my hands are really greasy, can't even do it with my fingers. Okay, so once you've taken this out, yours won't be white on here. I've actually put some PTFE tape on it, like some plumbing tape, just to keep it nice and sealed tight. I recommend doing this even with brand new magazines. It will help and increase the your life expectancy of your magazine. Next we have a little pin up here. Just pop this out. Do exactly what we did with the other ones. This one's a little bit harder to get out by hand, so I'm going to use the pliers. Just wiggle it about, pull it out. God, this is stuck. Okay, so we've got that one out. Now to get this out, you just literally want to wobble this up and down, like that. And here we have the top part and this little rubber nozzle here. The rubber nozzle, you could probably grease that up as well. I have greased it before, it's still pretty greasy to be honest. You just leave that in there, and then the release valve, you can see the little like copper thing in there. You can't really see it very well, but that is another thing that could be leaking, and you can take that out and replace it as well. So that's leaking, it's pretty easy to replace. You just take the whole thing out and put it back in. Okay, so once you've got to this stage, I definitely recommend putting some PTFE tape around the fill valve. If you haven't got any, you can buy some from B&Q if you live in the UK for about 38p, and it's really cheap but quite effective. So what you want to do is just get a bit of this PTFE tape, get the fill valve, and just kind of wrap it around the thread of the fill valve. So I've kind of screwed this up a little bit here, and I'm not doing it on camera either. There we go. So that kind of looks like a mess. But you want to get it nice and tight around there, so it sticks to the thread. And you want to just wrap it a few times. You don't want to do it too much, but you want to make sure you get the whole thread. Crap. Okay, so once you've once you've wrapped that around a few times, you want to just make sure that the actual bit where the gas comes out of is free, or else the gas is going to just come straight back out that hole. So just kind of get rid of the PTFE tape around there. Make sure that hole is nice and open. Okay, so that's our fill valve pretty secure there. The little O-ring on there as well, you could probably grease that up. Mine's, I'll just put a little bit of it, grease on it. I'll keep doing this off camera. Okay. So, that's pretty much how to fix the fill valve. If you need to fix anything else, then you can pretty much buy all the parts. You can even buy the fill valves off the internet as well. But if you want to temporary fix it, like I am doing, the PTFE tape is possibly the best way to stop it leaking. So now let's put the mag together again. Okay, so first thing you want to do is stick this little rubber nozzle back in. You want to make sure that the rubber bit is pushed straight the way through as far as it can up, and then you're just going to slide it back into place, making sure that the line holds up. No, the hole lines up, sorry, not the hole lines up. No, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You put the little pin through. This is a pretty tricky bit. I use the back of the screwdriver just to whack these in, because they're quite hard to actually get in. And you just kind of want to make sure that it goes through, and it's kind of even on both sides really. And I've just pushed that all the way through, haven't I? Okay, so that's in there. The next thing you want to do is put the spring back in. I always put the piece of plastic in first, tip it upside down so it goes to the end. Then feed the spring in like that. Then I get this fill bit. I put the fill bit in, and then make sure the spring is on the little platform it's supposed to be on. Push it all in, and there you go. Pretty much like over halfway there now. So you want to kind of push the bottom of the mag into the mag while you put these pins in. I put one in from one side and then turn it over and put the other one in from the other side, just to make sure that it's kind of even. Okay, so they're in now, and then you just want to bash them in a bit to make sure that they're not going to fall out, and securely holding it. Okay, so that's pretty much the mag built. All you've got to do now is put your fill valve back in, and if this is done wrong, this can have quite a bad impact. So you want to make sure that you don't cross thread this. So you kind of keep it in line, and then just screw it in. So if you cross thread it, it will leak and destroy the thread of either the valve or the internal thread of the magazine. And you don't want to tighten this too much either, because you don't want to crush your O-ring, so you just keep tightening it up until you feel it get tight, and then just nip it a little bit, and you should be good to go. So I'm just going to test this now. I've put in a bit of gas in. And no, I can't hear any leaking. I'm just going to put this next to the mic. Can't hear any leaking at all, so that's it's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, that is how to temporarily fix the leaky fill valves on WE M9 magazine. I'm not sure when I'm going to get the next video out of my airsoft thing on this airsoft channel, but as this is my second channel, I'm going to try and upload a bit more and get some more airsoft videos out. I've got a few unboxings to do and some other stuff, and hopefully I'll get a GoPro or a Contour and I can start actually uploading proper skirmishes, because I've only been to one skirmish so far and it was pretty epic. Anyway guys, thank you for watching and goodbye.